What's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG WTF LOL FTWBRB, and welcome back to more Total Extreme Wrestling 2013 Mod Spotlights, where we're playing as WWE in the current year of 2015. It's been quite a long time since I've actually recorded an episode, considering I've been in Arizona the past couple of weeks, and, well, yeah. That's really the only reason why I haven't been uploading, but I am back, as Eric Bischoff's theme music would say. And yeah, let's get back into the shuffle here. Start booking some shows. I am going to be booking things a little bit differently this time. Usually I book from start to finish. I like to try to do things like that, but I'm actually going to be trying something different here. I'm going to be just kind of focusing on the storylines at first, and then filling in after I'm done with everything I want to do with the storyline. Fun fact, this is actually my second attempt at recording this, because last time it was weird. It just, like, my computer just shut down on me. It was kind of weird. Never seen it do that before. A little worrisome as well. Either way, tonight we're going to be doing a gauntlet. So I would like to start off the night with, like, Triple H coming out and, pretty much saying how Orton's going to be going through the gauntlet tonight. So I could do this two ways. I could just edit one of these punishment angles here and just have it be stating that later tonight Orton will be in a gauntlet. Or I could do different angles, basically setting up, like, saying Triple H first off, kind of coming out and ranting about Randy Orton or something like that, and then proceeding to book the matches, saying tonight we'll see Orton take on blah 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 and blah 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 tonight. I kind of like that idea a little bit better because it helps me out with angles. I think I'm actually going to do that. So let's go ahead. Let's do the interview where we'll have Triple H come out, and he'll be ranting against Randy Orton, basically ripping him down for his attitude and how the Authority did so much for him and all that stuff, and how now he's going to turn his back on them and going after Seth. By the way, since it did shut down on me, I need to add Triple H into this storyline so it actually precedes it along. Aligned with Seth Rollins. We don't want him playing a major role. I don't believe he's playing a major role in this, is he? No, he's playing supporting for now, which I think I should probably change that soon. And then we'll have him do the punishment. So we'll do punishment singles. I think the person's out. Yeah, I need to edit these because I don't want him on screen for this. I could just actually... You know what? I have an idea. We'll remove this, and we'll even have him on screen. And it'll be a modern TV opening where Triple H is, ranting on about Orton. Then Orton comes out and interrupts him. And be like 10 minutes there. And then we'll have Triple H tell Orton tonight that, you're going to be in a gauntlet match. And then he names his opponent. So it'll be Triple H, and then Randy Orton, and it's named that he'll be taking on Stardust later tonight. So we'll do, I think, 2 minutes or 3 minutes. We'll go 2 minutes here. Yeah, 2 minutes. And then we'll do Authority. And we're going to do a handicap match here, which will be Triple H announcing that Orton will take on Kane and the Big Show. Give that like 3 minutes since there's more than 2. And then finally we're going to do Triple H announcing our main event of the night, which will be Randy Orton battling Rusev. I don't know why I did that. Triple H, Randy Orton, Rusev. That's what I meant. And we'll have that go for like 3 minutes as well. So there we go. And then you know what we should also do? Just because And they're like a hype thing. Yeah, hype singles wrestler will have, I don't want to have a music video, never mind. I was thinking maybe the commentary team talking about it. Let's go ahead and book these matches in now as well. It's going to be a little bit of a twist on one, though. We're going to do Randy Orton versus Stardust. We'll have the two go on for 8 minutes, yeah. And have Orton getting the victory in an open bout. And I think I would like to have a distraction finish as well here with Dolph Ziggler. So I think I'm going to do that because I think I want to add Ziggler scouting as well. So we'll do a ringside scouting, and I might even add Ziggler to commentary on that one. So ringside scouting, it'll be Dolph Ziggler coming out to scout Stardust. We'll even make it a minute. And let's add Ziggler to commentary here. I think I'm going to take out Michael Cole just because JR and Jim Ross have like perfect chemistry together. Let's also do another thing real quick. It's going to be a... Do we want to do a brawl? Let's do a beatdown backstage, actually, because it means that he's beaten down. So Dean Ambrose is going to attack Kane backstage, which will cause the fact, it'll be like, oh no, now we can't have the handicap match because there's no Kane. But Triple H has always come up with something. Let's actually do another authority thing. We'll have him come out before that match and basically be saying, since, Dean Ambrose can't be contained and decided to attack Big Show, or not Big Show, attack Kane, it's still going to be a handicap match, but instead of taking Kane on Big Show, they're going to be battling the tag team champions. And make that like a 3-minute segment. Okay. So far, so good. And we'll do... Oops, I need a handicap match. What am I thinking? 1v2 handicap match. Randy Orton versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. Have you guys go at it for 10 minutes with Randy getting the victory over Tyson. And we're going to have Cesaro kept strong because I have plans for Cesaro. And I think what would be fun after this match as well would be a tag team save, because the tag team champions just got beat, of course. And I hate, why do they do this? Gotta clone this angle now. Oh wait, no I don't. I was right. Never mind. That was my bad. I got a little worried there. Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso coming to the save of Randy Orton after Cesaro and Kidd are irritated that they lost. So we'll have this be like a 3-minute thing. And 2 minutes. Okay. I would also like to do a alliance thing. I did this in the last one, but unfortunately my computer closed down on me, so. But instead of having it be 3 people, it's going to be 2 people boasting. So I'm actually going to just rename this tag team boast. And we're going to keep this in the database, actually, because I plan on using this again. And just pretty much take this out. Our backstage. Oops. And our backstage boasting about their success. That's pretty much it. That's all I really need. It's mostly going to be them boasting about Randy Orton, though. Like, ha ha ha, look what we did. So it's going to be Triple H and Seth Rollins. And we're just going to call it the Authority Oops. Thought I spelled that wrong for a second. Authority boast about Orton. And we'll give you guys like 6 minutes backstage. 5 minutes is fine. And then our main event of the night. Oh, hold on. I wanted to do another angle here. It's going to be guest color commentary. We're going to have Seth Rollins come down for commentary here. And then we're going to have our main event, which is Randy Orton versus Rusev. You guys will get the 13 minutes. I know it's 12 minutes, but I'm giving them an extra minute because, yeah. And we're going to have Rusev get the victory. Open all-out bout. And we're going to have distraction finish with Seth Rollins distracting Orton so Rusev can get the victory. Cool. And I think what I would like to end it on would be yeah, we'll do this. So we'll have Seth Rollins basically adding insult to injury and furthering, beating down on Orton. So that all of this is for the Randy Orton feud. Interesting, right? Cool. Move on to the Intercontinental feud, which isn't going to have anything like too special. We're just going to really have a tag team bout. It's going to be Bad News Barrett and Sheamus, considering on SmackDown last we had Bad News Barrett cost Daniel Bryan his victory against Sheamus. And Bryan will take or team up with... Part of me wants to do Mark Henry, but another part of me is thinking Dean Ambrose. Or we could do Ryback. Someone's like trying to open my door. I'm thinking Ryback. Have you guys go at it for, let's give him 10 minutes. And I'm thinking we'll give Ryback the victory over Sheamus. This might lead to a pre-show bout, actually. Open bout. And I think what I would like to do here would be, like, first off, I think I would like to do, let's do a match announcement where is it? Here it is. Graphic is showing where the wrestler is a mystery and the announcers talk about it. So it'll be Bad News Barrett and Sheamus and Daniel Bryan. Okay. We'll push this up like right about here. And then I would like to do a reveal of mystery partner. Oops. Where Daniel Bryan reveals that his partner is Ryback. Give him like 3 minutes. And then we can have that match. Where was it at, by the way? There we go. Storylines. I haven't really done anything with Stardust and Ziggler. No, I did. But another thing I wanted to do was the John Cena Open Invitational. So, Open Challenge. We'll have John Cena come to the ring. Give him his like full 10 minutes. John Cena U.S. Open Challenge. Okay. Oh, sorry. There you go, Cena. I don't know where to put this yet. It's going to be after this. This will probably be our pre-main, actually, so probably put it right here. And I think I want to do the Authority boasting, like, before the beatdown. Actually, even before the first match. So that'll be our pre-main. So also we're going to do the accepted challenge, which will be accepted by Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler is going to come out and accept John Cena's open challenge. We'll even give him 15 minutes because this is going to be a good match, I feel. And we'll have the match. Oh, before we have the match, Angle. And we're going to have a ringside scouting, which is also going to be / commentary. The Miz comes down. Why is The Miz coming down? Miz lost to John Cena last week. Well, here comes The Miz to join the commentary table for this. And then we can have the match. And it's going to be John Cena versus Dolph Ziggler. I don't believe you two have fought yet. Nope. You guys are going to get the 13 minutes as well. United States Championship is on the line. Take Michael Cole off the commentary table and put The Miz on there. And we're going to have... I'm thinking, actually, you know what? We're giving you guys 15 minutes. And it's going to be Dolph Ziggler getting the win, believe it or not. And an open, all-out bout. But the only victory is it's a cheap win. DQ finish. And it's going to be because outside interference from The Miz. Miz will attack both Dolph Ziggler, which will be first, and John Cena. The Miz. Oh boy, Cena's unhappy. I guess we'll keep Cena strong. There we go. Cool. Oops. I gotta push this up there. And then I also gotta get Cena and Dolph Ziggler up here as well. Rollins beat down on Orton. Why is that so? It should be afterwards. There we go. Cool. Now that we got that out of the way, what do I want to do with the Divas? I have no idea yet. I've already kind of done something with Dean Ambrose. I think what would be fun is if we did a angle where I guess it's not really a tag team, but it is kind of. We're just going to clone this and take one person out. So it's going to be not rated. Gibber. Oh, that's fine. Symbol 3. Okay. So test this. The team of 1 and 2. How much they hate 3. That's fine. Actually, yeah, I didn't do the thing right. So it's a P3, right? Test. No, shit. S3? I forgot it. This is embarrassing. It's P3, isn't it? How much they hate. Okay, it wasn't that one. It was. What the freak? Test. How much they hate person 1, 3. There we go. How much they hate person 3. I don't know why I was having such difficulty with that. Save this, and it'll be Triple H and the Big Show. Talking about Dean Ambrose. Give him like 3 minutes. Yeah. 3 minutes there. Stupid. Ran about just Dean Ambrose, not Triple H as well. All right, that's gonna be, of course, after the beaten down thing. So we'll probably do that right about here. And I also would like to do another like rant, but this time it'll be Dean Ambrose, and actually let's do a hype. We'll do a hype angle, and Ambrose will just basically be hyping up, you know, oh, I took out Kane, you're next, Big Show, basically something like that. Give him like 5 minutes to do his review, and we'll put that like right around here somewhere. Okay. No, one other match I wanted to do, and I think we'll make this the opening bout. Since we saw the new team reunite the other week, or at SmackDown, it's going to be, we can exclude Book now, by the way, Roman Reigns taking on Luke Harper, which we have done before. And you guys will give a 10-minute opening bout. Luke Harper gets the win. Let's keep Roman strong, of course. Open, work the crowd, and it'll be distraction, of course, from Bray Wyatt. And that'll be the opening bout. We still have like 20 minutes to go. That's not too bad, though. There we go. And then I think afterwards we'll do a promo where it's just, you know, as usual, Bray Wyatt cutting a promo. I'd like to be in the ring, though. That's the only thing. Let's just go rant. We'll clone this and have Roman on screen typing some gibberish. That way it could be like after the promo where Bray Wyatt's up there and he's, you know what I'm going with. Pretty much, I would assume. Give him like 7 minutes, to be honest. Okay, we have 22 minutes to go. I still would like to do something with the Divas. I just haven't decided what yet. Who haven't we used? We've used every main eventer, so that makes me happy. So we start the show with the Marioing, then Orton getting booked. Bad News Barrett and Sheamus and Daniel Bryan hype. Then we go to the first match, and then a boast. Ziggler. Yeah, that seems fine. Start off with that. And then we'll have Kane getting beaten down backstage. Actually, you know what I think would be cool? They can like follow into that. We'll do a psych up where Big Show's psyching up Kane for tonight, how they're going to destroy Orton, and then it shows Kane walking, away just to get beaten down by Dean Ambrose. We'll follow into that. All right. As soon as I find it, there it is. Kane beaten down, then Dean Ambrose. We'll come back. Daniel Bryan reveals his mystery partner, and they rant on. I feel like there should be something in between here. Probably the Divas. I have an idea. We'll do, not action, alliance, where they have common threat, and it'll be, it's probably not going to do that well, because unfortunately Naomi's going to be in it, but basically talking about how they're enemies right now. They both want the Divas Championship, but tonight they're going to be teaming up, and where the hell is it? Oh, they need to be on the same page. And that was going to be right here. And then we'll follow up with a tag team match where it's going to be the Bella Twins. I know I've done this match before, but, that's fine. Bella Twins versus AJ and Naomi. We'll give you guys 8 minutes. And I want to give Nikki the victory. We'll have Naomi take the loss. It's going to be an open bout. And we'll have AJ get distracted by Paige. That way Paige can keep herself in this as well. Okay. I still need to... Well, I think I've done pretty much every storyline here, but I feel like I need to do something more with like the Usos. Let me just double check everything here. Triple H and Big Show rant. Wait a minute. This isn't supposed to be here. This is supposed to be in between Orton booked against the Brass Ring Club, because I feel like that's weird. Go to commercial break and then come back to this. Probably should put something in between here. But what? What would be a good idea to put there? I don't know yet. I want to do like AJ taunting, but I'm not sure. Let's do, I have an idea. We'll do an interview where Orton's being interviewed by, I guess, Renee Young or something. I hate how it doesn't show you. Like, I know I can create it, but basically hyping his upcoming match against Rusev. I'll give him 5 minutes. We still need 1 more minute, but that's fine. We're going to go over time as well, because I want to have Paige do that one thing. Even though he's got a match coming up soon. It feels weird being there now. But whatever. And then I want to do just Paige taunting, basically. We'll just do Paige taunting AJ. And give her like 3 minutes there. And that'll be the show. I need to do 2 things, though, for the show. Where the hell is it? There it is. You do 2 things. If we go over here, you'll see both Fandango and R-Truth have some morale issues, and it's because they were left off the show. So they're going to be on the pre-show this week. So let me look at our analysis here. Anybody that I want to push. I also know I have orders from Vince. Who does he want me to push again? Just John Cena? Oh, that's easy. That's super easy. Okay. I was thinking like I had to push Swagger or something. But I guess not. Alright. Let's go match. We'll do one-on-one. What is Fandango? I believe he's a heel. He is. So it'll be Fandango battling a face. Adrian Neville, maybe. I think I've done that a lot, though. Maybe Swagger, too. But let me look at Adrian Neville first. I'm pretty sure... Not Adam Rose. Pretty sure I've done Neville and Fandango before. This would be their 3rd time together. In a very short amount of time. Well, actually, they took each other on the 1st week of April. Let's go someone else then. With Fandango, of course. Even though I would like to get Neville in action. Maybe a triple threat? Yeah, let's do that, actually. We'll do a triple threat match with Fandango in it. And Neville. And we'll put someone else. Fandango. Adrian Neville. I would like it to be... What is Neville? An opener? Probably get another lower mid-carder. Let's go Zack Ryder. Or Curtis Axel? Yeah, let's go Curtis Axel since he's got more momentum. You guys will have an 8-minute match on the pre-show. We'll give Adrian Neville the win in an open bout. And I know R-Truth was also mad, so I like to get a heel just to squash him. The only problem is I don't think I have any heels. I have Bo Dallas, but I'm not going to have Bo Dallas squash R-Truth. Could do Eric Rowan. In fact, I think that's what we'll do. We'll go Eric Rowan squashing Truth. Eric Rowan, R-Truth. Eric is a heel now because I turned him on SmackDown. And give you guys a 6-minute match. This will be the first pre-show match. Domination and decisive. Okay. In fact, I feel like 6 minutes is too much. We'll give you guys 5 minutes. And then probably would like to do a tag team match. Yeah, let's go tag team. We'll do tag team, and it'll be the Ascension versus the New Day. No match is cool. You guys will go for 7 minutes pre-show, and I'm gonna have Connor and Victor get the victory. And well, of course, Xavier Woods is gonna take the loss. Make this an open bout, and there we go. Alrighty then, welcome to the nerds and geeks who decided to click on the annotation to skip ahead of all the booking. I don't blame you. It did take a little while, I think. But I'll be honest, I actually really like how this show is going, and I think it's going to be good, so let's just see how we did, right? Running the show, and here we go. So we have 3 pre-show matches, as you already saw. We start off with Eric Rowan and R-Truth in an extremely short match. Rowan defeating Truth with the greetings from the North, trying to build Rowan up since he just recently turned heel, and him and Luke Harper are now going to be reforming the Wyatt family and want to build them up a little bit more. Truth is improving in performance. Also, let's take a look at the dirt sheet. Low morale, poor gimmick, booking decisions as usual, length, that's fine. Not too bad. Got a 42D, I'm okay with that. And then we move on to a tag team match that got a 51D+. Solid in-ring action, no crowd heat. The Ascension defeating New Day members Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Connor defeated Xavier Woods with the Fall of Man. No skill improvements, though. And in our main event of the pre-show is a triple threat match that gets a 58C-. Solid in-ring action, but not much way in heat. Adrian Neville defeating Fandango and Curtis Axel when Neville defeated Axel with the Shooting Star Press. Not the Red Arrow. Axel's improving in technical, as is Adrian Neville. So we move on to the actual show. We start off with Triple H in the ring, and he's talking about how Orton basically is a baby. He, just talks about how he took Orton under his wing as an evolution and then took him back under his wing in the Authority, and Orton's just ungrateful, and now that he's out of the Authority because of his own attitude problems, he's trying to take out the Authority and Seth Rollins, the future of the WWE. And this leads to Randy Orton coming out. They exchange words back and forth, leading to Triple H announcing that, you know what, Orton, tonight you're going to be in action, but not once, not twice, but 3 times, because you'll be in the gauntlet tonight. And Orton's also learning to show more charisma, which makes me happy. Got a 76B- for that. And that's fine. And then Triple H tells Orton, your first match tonight will be against Stardust. And then your second match tonight will be against I almost said the tag team champions. Spoiler report. Will be against Kane and the Big Show. And then our main event of the evening, you'll be battling Rusev. Alright, so solid B's all across the board, nothing too special. And then the announcers also put over that later tonight we'll see the WWE Intercontinental Champion Daniel Bryan in action as he takes on Bad News Barrett and Sheamus in tag team action, and hopefully he can find a partner so it won't be a handicap match. And then we open up the show with Roman Reigns heading down to the ring as he battles Luke Harper. And a match that had some good action and average heat. Luke Harper defeating Roman Reigns with a pile driver after Bray Wyatt distracted him. I imagine he comes on the screen and starts talking some gibberish, and leading to Roman taking the loss. And then that follows into Bray Wyatt ranting on about Roman, while Roman's still in the ring, talking about how Roman's the chosen one, how it's always been about him. He's always been protected. Well, no longer are you protected, Roman. You're now in the devil's lair, and I'm going to hurt you. Really, really bad. Look at that. I took a quote from the Joker from that horrible Suicide Squad movie that's going to be coming out. God, that looks horrible. 72 B minus for that. That's not bad at all. And then, oh wow, got an 84B. Happy with that. Triple H and Seth Rollins backstage, just boasting about the success of the Authority and how Randy Orton tonight is going to get obliterated. All that fun jazz. And then Stardust is in the ring about to compete. We already know who he's going to be taking on. But before Orton comes out, here comes Dolph Ziggler scouting Stardust, basically. They have a little bit of a feud going on. And then we lead into the match, which gets a 60C. Some good action and average heat. Randy Orton defeating Stardust with the RKO after Stardust was distracted by Dolph Ziggler. Okay, good stuff. And then Big Show is psyching Kane up later tonight for their handicap match against Randy Orton. And Kane walking down to the ring, and all of a sudden, here comes Dean Ambrose, attacking Kane from behind, beating him with chairs, weapons all over the place, leaving him down and most likely unable to compete tonight. And then we come back from commercial break. Daniel Bryan coming down to the ring. Sheamus and Bad News Barrett already in there. And announces he has found himself a mystery partner. And you hear across the PA system, "Feed me more." Bum, bum, banana. And here comes Ryback, the big guy, joining Daniel Bryan in the ring to take on Bad News Barrett and Sheamus, which gets a 74 B minus. The match had some good action and average heat. Bryan and Ryback defeating Bad News Barrett and Sheamus when Ryback defeated Sheamus with the suplex power slam. I might make a feud out of this, honestly. Who knows? Barrett was off his game, as was Bryan. That kind of upsets me a little bit. Both of you get on here. Sheamus is proving in technical, though, so that's awesome. And then backstage, Triple H and Big Show are just ranting on about how much they hate Dean Ambrose after the fact how Dean Ambrose took out Kane tonight. Big Show asking Triple H what they're going to do. The game tells Big Show, have the night off, go home, do what you need. You can just have the rest of the night off. I'll take care of the handicap match later tonight. Got a 77B. Happy with that as well. Then we see AJ and Naomi backstage discussing how later tonight they'll be taking on the Bella Twins in tag team action, and they know that they'll be facing each other at Payback in a fatal four-way for the Divas title, but tonight they need to be on the same page. A little bit of a pun there, but that's cool. Not too much of a great rating, but then again, I'm okay with that, to be honest. And then we have a 55C minus. I'm satisfied with that rating. Solid in ring action, not much weighing heat. The Bella Twins defeating AJ and Naomi when Nikki Bella defeated Naomi with Twin Magic. Why'd you have to use Twin Magic? This also happened while Paige was distracting AJ Lee, which allowed, I guess, the Bella Twins to use Twin Magic, so that makes sense. And there we go. Brie Bella was off her game, though, unfortunately, but Nikki's improving in performance. And then we have Orton cutting a promo on his main event match later tonight against Rusev. Just pretty much saying that after tonight, John Cena won't be the only guy who's beaten Rusev. Then Paige, taunting AJ Lee practically. Nothing too special, just taunting her. Talking about how much she hates her, how they'll never be friends, and how she's going to take her place and retire AJ. And Randy Orton's in the ring ready to compete. Here comes Triple H saying, since Dean Ambrose decided to go off the wall as he usually does and attacked Kane, you still will be in a handicap match, but I have decided to give Big Show the rest of the night off. Instead, you'll be taking on the tag team champions, Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. And then we have a 59C match, when a match that had some good action and average heat. Orton defeating the Brass Ring Club in a handicap match when Orton was able to pin Tyson Kidd with the RKO. Cesaro's improving in performance, and as is Tyson Kidd. I know it might look a little weird for, seem a little weird that I just kind of not really jobbed, but made Cesaro and Kidd lose, but it just makes sense. But after the match, Cesaro and Kidd start beating down on Randy Orton, and seeing the attack, here comes the Usos, the #1 contenders for the tag team titles, chasing off the Brass Ring Club and saving Randy Orton. Might lead into a 6-man tag match if we can. I'm happy with that rating, though. I thought it was going to get like a D, unfortunately, because of the Usos. But I guess not, which makes me happy. And then Ambrose has an interview basically saying, I took out Kane tonight. You're up next, Big Show. Simple as that. And then John Cena's in the ring, talking about the U.S. Open Invitational, how prestigious the United States Championship is, his normal bit, and then ends it off by saying, the United States Championship Open Invitational is now, which leads to Dolph Ziggler coming out and saying that he accepts John Cena's match, and that he wants to, he's accepting the Open Invitational. Simple as that. But before they can compete, here comes The Miz. Miz out in the ring, scouting John Cena and joining the commentary table. There's always a wonder why, though, considering Miz had his match last week and lost. But either way, he's here. And then we have about, an 80B. Very happy with that. An bout that featured great action and a good crowd. Dolph Ziggler defeated John Cena when Cena was disqualified after The Miz ran in and attacked Ziggler. I'm actually really happy. It makes me wonder what this grade would have been if I didn't do the DQ ending, or if it wasn't a face-face matchup, because that takes away from it. But I'm very satisfied with that. Wow, awesome. Miz basically, screwing Ziggler over here tonight. Not only do we have Cena and Ziggler having good chemistry in the match, Miz and Jim Ross work extremely well at the announce table, so that's awesome as well. Worker improvements, there was none, but if we go to the dirt sheet here, I will show you guys. It was penalized for title prestige, interesting, and the fact that it was face versus face, but the fact that it got an 80 still makes me happy. And then Seth Rollins is coming down to the ring. He's going to be doing color commentary for the next match. I don't know if I actually added that in. That might have been my bad, but whatever. And then we have our main event. Even did better. That's awesome. We had an 80 semi-main and then an 81 main event. I'm super happy about that. And about that good crowd and good action, Rusev defeated Randy Orton by pinfall with the bullplex after Rollins distracted Randy Orton. So I would suspect, Randy Orton, pounding on the mat, getting ready for the RKO, and you see Lana, Rusev, blah, 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 screaming at the top of her lungs. Rollins jumps on the thing. Orton looks at him, hits him like with an RKO, kind of like a springboard stunner in a way, actually, hangman stunner, I don't know what to call it. And turns around, Rusev hits the bullplex, gets the win. So Lana did some good work ringside as usual. Orton and Rusev have great chemistry, which I'm happy about. And that's about it. And then to end off the show with a 71B, Orton's in the ring, laying down, and Rollins gets some revenge, basically beats down on him and stands over him for the victory. And we got an 81B. Very happy with that. Increased our popularity in 19 regions. Very good show, Nerds and Geeks. Super satisfied with that show. That was just awesome. But I guess that's what happens when you plan out the show instead of going in thinking, I'm just going to do this, and that. That was a really good show. I'm actually super happy with that show. Had a basic storyline, the Rollins-Orton feud, and we also were able to keep in the other stuff. Cena and Ziggler had a great match. Orton and Rusev had a great match. Altogether, that was a great show. The vast majority liking it. Paige's mom is retiring. Yep, retirement may be staring Sarah Knight. I thought about bringing her in, but she's super old. There's really no point. Well, she's not super old, but Goldust has minor morale issues. Did we put? Yeah, we did put R-Truth in there. Just give him like a $500 bonus to shut him up. Same thing with Fandango. Because even though I did give him those matches, they're still irritated that they were left off. How stupid. We need to get gold. So let's look at our emails. We got a 92 on Sky Sports. It's up. Canal 5 went down. That's okay. We went up in J Sports. Good gap, too. Not like 1 point like both of these are. We went from 1.83 to 1.97. We went up on Sportsnet 360. We went up on Televisa. And we went up on USA Network, which is the one that matters the most. Big gap, too. We had a 5.43 last time, and now we have a 5.65. Good stuff, good stuff. Look at the storylines real quick. Everything's doing pretty good. These guys got a B-. That's awesome. What? Oh, that's Ziggler and Stardust. That's my bad. I was like, wait, why is Cena's thing gotta have a B? There we go, 80. That's what I meant. I meant a B, by the way, not a C. This has even got a C. Awesome. B-, B-, C-. Everything is doing really good, Nerds and Geeks. I'm actually really excited for Payback when we get there, which is the third week, I believe. Yes, third week. I'm going to do an auto push real quick. I'm not going to show like me going through them all. In fact, I wanted to show something else and before we end this off. So if you guys want to click off or you want to keep watching, that's up to you. Here's our franchise players. We have Cena, Orton, Ziggler. Wow, Ziggler's up there. Cool. Big Show, and really, Big Show's our primary heel. And Daniel Bryan. AJ's considered our next big thing, our only one. Paige, AJ, Jimmy Uso, Xavier Woods, and Bo Dallas are all hot prospects. McMahon, Triple H, Cena, Heyman, and Ambrose can talk the talk. Cena, Bryan, Ambrose, Orton, and Stardust are showstoppers. Bryan, Kidd, Cena, Ambrose, and Cesaro are ring generals. At the moment, John Cena, Brock Lesnar, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Rusev are hot. The Undertaker, Zack Ryder, Jack Swagger, Sting, and Ryback. Why Ryback? Okay, are not hot. Taker, Sting, and Kane are in a time decline, and Hidden Gems are all these guys. I believe I've added them all to the short list, though. Yep. Jesus. I don't know what I would do with Jesus Rodriguez, but whatever. But that's practically going to be the end of the video. I'm not going to do my outro yet, but if you Nerds and Geeks want to click off now, it's going to be great. I'm going to show off development at the moment because this is the first time we're going to be able to actually get to see if anybody improved or anything. I have looked already once, but this is going to be the first time you guys, and I want to showcase this development. I'm going to do this every month, actually, in the first week, so you guys can see it for yourself, see who's improving and everything. And I'm going to kind of give an idea of who I'm going to call up soon. It is for the new month for shows. I'm hoping one of these programs will take me in, but I think the downside is they're going to be like, oh, you have too many shows on TV, and that's the problem. Anyway, goodbye to those Nerds and Geeks who are just going to click off now, and let's look at the development. So here on the development, we have the track progress thing, and it shows us if they've made any progress. So for Aiden English, he has not. Alex Riley, who will probably be getting called up soon because he's not really doing much down in developmental. I don't know what to do. I'm thinking maybe a tag team with not Alex Riley, Jack Swagger, recreating the new Real Americans, or making another Real Americans. Let me know what you think about that. No improvements for Alexa Bliss. Angelo Dawkins improving in Rumble. He went from weak to average, so that's pretty cool. Angelo Dawkins I like Angelo Dawkins, actually. I wish the NXT would actually do more with him instead of using him as a jobber. Anya, diva I went out and hired, not making much improvements. Ashley Lane, better known as Madison Rayne from TNA. Definitely isn't going to be in development for long. She's already, in my opinion, a perfect prospect. Probably going to be bringing her up sooner rather than later. Aoko Valentina, better known as Hamada from TNA. She was around there too. Another person that'll probably get called up pretty soon because she's doing pretty good. I didn't check if they made any improvements, though. I just kind of showed that they were good prospects. No improvements for Ashley Lane. And for Hamada, or I should call her Aoko is it Aoko Valentina? Okay. No improvements there. No improvements there. None. So far, yeah, no improvements from the both of them. Baron Corbin, guy I'm very high up on. No improvements. Bailey. Oh, she went from average to having 3 stars in Rumble. That's awesome. And she also has a D+ on microphone now, so she is making improvements. That's great. Becky Lynch, who's another person I'm high up on. She did not make any improvements, though. Brian Kendrick is training people. Buddy Murphy is not doing anything. Bull Dempsey. Okay. He went from being average in performance to now being strong. Byron Saxton. I'm not really going to pay attention to him. He's an announcer. Cameron. Have you made any improvements? Nope. You're still pretty bad. Charlotte. Okay, nothing special for Charlotte. Christian's down here training people since he's a retired wrestler. Cody Hall. Nothing. Colin Cassidy, another guy I'm big up on. Nothing, though. Colt Toombs, son of Roddy Piper. Nothing for him. Corey Graves, you're an announcer. Dalton Castle. Oh, am I moving at all? There we go. I was like, I don't think I'm moving. No improvements for Dalton. David Starr. Nothing. You're a referee. You're Dusty Rhodes. Still alive. Mine. That's always good. Eden, don't care about. Emma. Nothing. Enzo Amore. Oh, wow. He's went from average to strong and physical. In my opinion, Enzo's a better wrestler in this game than he is in real life. I think he's got better ratings. Eva Marie. Oh, she went from average to strong in entertainment. Finn Balor. And by the way, I want to make one thing clear. I am very high up on Enzo Amore. I'm just saying he's not that great of a wrestler yet. So Finn Balor made no improvements in the in-ring section, but that's honestly to be expected. Performance is still great. Finn Balor probably will be called up sooner too, and if I don't get the NXT show. He made improvements in stamina. He went from B to B+, and also in power. He was an E+, and now he's a D-. Entertainment, he went from 61 to 63 on the microphone, and he went from 58 C- to a 60 C on acting. No improvements other than that, though. So Finn Balor's making improvements. Hideo Itami, he went from very weak to weak in hardcore. And he went from average to having 3 stars in aerial. He went from very strong to excellent in stamina. That's awesome. So improvements for him. Hugo Knox, he went from weak to average in the ring. Also weak to average in performance. And that's about it for him. Jamie Noble's training people. I forget why I hired you. Oh, because I just hired her to hire her, I guess. Anyway, I don't remember why I hired her. I don't know her at all. I just hired her because I think it said she was on the rise, so I was like, hey, let's nag her up. Jason Albert's improving, or training people. No improvements for Jasmine Aribi, by the way. Actually, you know what? I think she's already in the game hired. Jimmy Jacobs, who instead of training people is actually development, so I'm happy. I don't mind with that. I'll probably use Jimmy Jacobs. He went from E- to E in chain wrestling, D to D+ in mat wrestling, E to E+ in submissions, D+ to C- in aerial, and C to C+ in flashiness. Lots of improvements for Jimmy Jacobs in the in-ring portion. He went from an E+ to D- in power. And his entertainment, he went from a 71 to a 72 in the microphone. He went from a 58 C- to a 59 C in charisma. 58 C-. Oh, no, he didn't make any improvements there. Never mind. That's about it there. Okay. So Jimmy Jacobs making improvements. JoJo Offerman. No improvements on her parts. Joey Goodman. Better known as Joey Ryan on the independent scene. No improvements there. He went from strong to very strong on performance, though. I'm very high up on Joey Ryan, by the way. He's probably one of my favorite indie wrestlers. Went from a 64C to a 66C+ on the microphone. All right. And that's all the improvements for him. Joey Mercury's training. Kalisto. No improvements for Kalisto. Kevin Owens. Went from a C to a C+ on chain wrestling. And a D to D+ on flashiness. All right. He went from a C+ to a B- in selling. And his respect went up. He went from a 35 E+ to a 36 D-, but that's about it there. Lucky Cannon, a guy that I was very high up on when he was in WWE, and I was a little sad when they released him. I feel like I'm the only one that's very high up on him, though, because he never got a good rep. Most people shit on him, from what I understand. I don't know what the hell's going on with my phone. My apologies. I'm going to stop looking at that. All right, Lucky Cannon went from weak to below average in submissions. And any other improvements? Does not look like it. All right, so just that. Maria Von Erie. No improvements for her. Marshall Von Erich. No improvements for him. Melissa Marie, better known as Cheerleader Melissa on the independent scene. No improvements there. I would like to see her improve a little bit more, though, to be honest on those things. Her psychology went up. She went from a C- to a C, so that's great. 59 to a 61 on the microphone. 58 C- to now a 59 C on acting. And that's about it there. Norman Smiley's training people. Rachel Summers. No improvements. Raymond Rowe. From ROH, of course, if you don't know him. Better known as a part of the Team War Machine. Rey Mysterio Jr., which is the cousin of Rey Mysterio, I believe. Can double check that for you guys in a second. We go to relationships here. I don't think it says. It just says he's a blood relative, but I think it says up here somewhere. Yeah, he's the cousin of Rey Mysterio, who started as Rey Mysterio Jr. So I thought I'd give him the honoring of, since he's the second Rey Mysterio in our company. Rhino's training people. Richie Steamboat. Oh, no. Didn't mean to recall. Richie Steamboat. Why are you focusing on entertainment alone? I feel like you should do overall skills. No improvements. Robbie Brookside's training. Rosa Mendez. Not doing anything. Russell Von Erich, who is known as Ross Von Erich, I guess, but I liked Russell better. Sami Zayn. Went from weak to below average in hardcore. He went from average to having 3 stars in submission. Other than that, no other improvements. Oh, he has a 21 in respect now. Santino Marella, ooh, he's training people. What am I thinking? Sarah Del Rey's training. Sasha Banks, who is not good at all, apparently. I disagree with this mod. Hardcore, she went from very weak to weak. And flashiness, she went from below average to average. Her performance went from average to 3 stars, so she is making improvements, which I'm happy to see. And that's it for her. Scott Dawson, another guy I'm thinking about maybe for like the new Real Americans. Went from weak to average in the ring. Went from average to strong in performance. So far, so good for him. Good improvements. Shoal Guerrero, daughter of Eddie Guerrero. She's worked in WWE many times, I think, but never really seen her. She went from an E plus to a D minus in mat wrestling and an E to an E plus in aerial. Any other? She went from an F plus to an E minus in power. And I believe that's it for her. Simon Gotch went from weak to below average in rumble and also went to very weak to weak in high flying. And I believe that's all your improvements. Sin Cara went from a D minus to a D in brawling, an E plus to a D minus in hardcore, a D plus to a C minus in chain wrestling. Okay, and for performance, he went from a D plus to a C minus in psychology, a B minus to a B in selling, and a C minus to a C in safety. Making improvements. Good for you, Sin Cara. Other than that, is there anything else? Yes, you went from a 65 to a 67 C plus in charisma. That's awesome. And you even went from a 40 D minus to a 41 D in respect. I want to look at Sin Cara. Is he... Okay, he's incognito here. Solomon Crow. He went from nothing, I don't know what that means, to very weak in respect, but that's about it for Solomon Crow. Sylvester Lefort, who I don't really care too much about, to be honest. Nothing for him. Talia Sky, if I feel like... It's Velvet Sky, in case none of you know who she is. No improvements on her. Oh, wait, no. She went from having an A to an A star in reputation, so that's awesome. Taylor Hendricks, person I'm very high up on. I love Taylor Hendricks. No improvements for her, though. The Big O. If you don't know who the Big O is, you haven't watched enough Z True Long Island IC. Thea Rose, better known as, was it Rosita? Yes, Rosita in TNA. She teamed up with, I don't remember, Sarita. I had to look up. Todd Hansen, better known as just Hansen in ROH. He went from nothing to very weak and high flying. But that's about it for him. Tom Phillips, Troy McClain. We're almost done, Nerds and Geeks. No improvements for Troy. Ty Dillinger, a guy that I'm also very high up on as well. I feel like he has got a great look. Went from 3 stars to strong in submissions. Good for you. Nothing. Tyler Breeze. I love Tyler Breeze, even though the game apparently doesn't. Went from a D to a D plus in brawling, an F plus to an E minus in hardcore, an E minus to an E in persuo, a D plus to C minus in chain wrestling, so lots of improvements for him there. He went from a D to D plus in acting, and that's about it for Tyler Breeze. Uwa Nation. Nothing. Wesley Blake. He went from nothing to very weak in respect. William Regal is training, and that's it. So my apologies if this video dragged along. Like I said, you could have just skipped off of those. I was just going to be showcasing the developmental there. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, do me a favor. Leave me a comment, a like, and subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you guys for Friday Night SmackDown. So until then, have a